Okay, we are now recording live. Good evening, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Today is Tuesday. It's a little after 8 p.m., so it is time for broker training series. Okay, we usually have spot training on Tuesday, but what we are start doing now is every Monday night we're going to have the How to Dispatch series. And every Tuesday night, we're going to have a how-to broker series. So tonight is the first official how-to broker series. And every week we will have those. And then, of course, on Wednesday nights, we have Q&A. And then on Saturday, we will have the Six-Figure Booking Freight from Home show, which is the very large broadcast that we have for about 3 hours. So tonight, we got about an hour that we're going to concentrate on brokering, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Start sharing my screen. There we go. All right. Can everybody see my screen now? Everybody should be able to see my screen. Okay. But those of you, let's see who we got in the group. First of all, for tonight, we got anybody waiting? Nope, no one's waiting. We got a few people in. I'm pretty sure some more are going to join here as we continue on. We are broadcasting live on Facebook on All Truckers United. We're also broadcasting on my personal homepage. We're also broadcasting on the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and freight broker trainers and instructors. So that's where we are tonight, and I think we're on freight brokers versus truckers. So that's where we are tonight. All right. If you are a member of our platform, if you're a member of the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, you can go to mydispatcher.org. When you go to mydispatcher.org, you can log in, go over to the More section, and you will see that it pulls up some drop down. And if you click on Dispatcher Tools and Resources, you can go ahead and log in, and you can participate. Go to live weekly curriculum. And as you can see here, you scroll down, you click where it says join the online meeting, and then you'll be able to join us live and interactive during our live broadcast. If you're not a member, you won't be able to get to this page because you're going to have to log in. If you don't have a login, you're not going to be able to get to it. So if you're not a member, you can only watch on our live simulcast on Facebook, Twitter, and things like that. So, or you can play us back after we finish, go and load it off of YouTube, and you can play it back. All right. Tonight, we are going to be going over brokering. Okay. How many here tonight are brokers? How many do we have who are in our group now who are brokers? So any of you on right now who are brokers? Yes, no, maybe so. I don't have any brokers on right now, but you got to do the broker training. Okay, I guess you're all dispatchers. But for those, hold up, we got some people waiting to come on. Invite. Oh, in meeting. No. We got one in chat. Okay. So, but as I was saying, if you are a broker, okay, we have one broker agent. Okay, we have one broker agent. So this would apply to you also too. This would apply to broker agents. All right. First of all, let's go to your back office. Go to the More area. Go to Dispatcher Tools and Resources. Okay. Since this is our first official broker series training, we're going to start off with the basics, the very basics. We're going to start off with the beginning. First of all, what does a broker do, and what is the difference between a broker and a dispatcher? But first of all, a broker has a lot more responsibility, has a lot more liability, and a broker spends a lot more money. To be honest with you, brokers spend a ton of money. They spend tons of money becoming a broker. If you are going to become a broker, here's what you're going to need. You're going to have to have your broker authority, okay? And that's going to bring you about $750 to $850. You're also going to need a bond. Okay, you're going to need a bond. You have to be bonded. That bond you're going to need is going to have to be a $75,000 bond. If you don't have $75,000, you're going to have to get a bond agency to secure a bond on your behalf. Depending on your credit, is going to determine how much money you're going to have to put down for that bond. And they're going to do a background check and a credit report check and all that type of stuff. Now, if you have a criminal history, chances are you won't get bonded. Does that mean that you still can't run a brokerage firm? No. You could partner with someone who does not have a criminal history. And the only thing is, you can't be the CEO of that company. Now, you can be hired by that company as a chief operations officer. Okay, then you can't be the president of the company, you can't be the CEO of the company, but you can be a chief operations officer of that company. So you can team up with someone.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I finally got my microphone working.
All right, there you go. Nice of you to join.
All right. Yes.
All right. As I was saying, if you do have some things in your past that prevents you from becoming a bonded broker, like a criminal background or something like that, all hope is not lost. You can still run a brokerage firm. You just can't be the president or CEO of that company. You can partner with someone who has a clean record, and they can be the CEO of that company. They will be the CEO. They will be the holder of the bond. Now, that person can hire you as chief operations officer, vice president of the company, or anything like that, because when your company is an LLC, everyone who is an officer of the company are really just what? Employees of the company. The only difference is you can't be the registered agent and you cannot be the owner of the company, but you can partner with someone and be a chief operations officer, and you still have all the same duties as the owner would have. You may have someone that where you're actually running the company, but I'm just letting y'all know about ways that you can get it done if you're still trying to run your own brokerage firm, but you have some stumbles or some hiccups in your way. Now, is that illegal? No, it is not illegal, because the actual CEO or the owner of the company can hire whoever the hell they want to. To be honest with you, just being honest with you, they can hire who they want to. So, and they can put them in charge of different operations and let them pretty much be the person that takes care of running the operations for the firm. Simple as that. All right. Another thing you're gonna need now, if you have decent credit, you're probably you can get away with only putting down about $1,200. Anywhere from I think it go as low as $1,000 on down payment for someone that has great credit. Anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500, maybe $2,000. If you've got so-so credit, you may have to wind up putting a little bit more money down, somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000 down. And if you have bad credit, you can still get your bond, but it's going to cost you somewhere between $7,000 and $10,000 down to secure that bond. Now, once you secure the bond, you've also got to have your insurance. Oh, I've got to tell you, you also have a bond. You have a quarterly bond payment. Now, you can pay it out for the entire year, or you can pay it every quarter. If you break it up into the quarter, you know how much money you put down and all your premium and everything, it could range anywhere from $750 per quarter up to $1,000 per quarter. Okay, or you can pay it out for the entire year and just be done with it. Okay, so you also got to need insurance. Now, in order to take ownership of freight, because that's what you're doing as a freight broker, you're going to have insurance to cover that freight. And that's going to be somewhere between $850,000 and $1.2 million. Now, I know the book says that you're only required to have $750,000 worth of insurance. Okay? That's what the book says. But I'm telling you right now, 90% of the shippers out there are going to want you to have at least $1 million worth of insurance, preferably 1.2 million. So if you can stand it, go ahead and get the max on the insurance just to go ahead and be covered for whatever shippers you might be trying to seek out. Now, you may be able to get by with $750,000 with some of these smaller shippers that may have a couple hundred loads, if they're a lumber company or just working, or they just have one type of commodity. That's one thing. But if you're dealing with these shippers that have a whole lot of different types of commodities, and then they have $1 billion worth of freight that they need moved every single month, you're gonna need that higher insurance. Okay, I'm just letting you know you're gonna need it. What are some of the other things you're also gonna need besides your bond, your insurance? Oh, your insurance is gonna cost you somewhere between about $300 and $600 down on your initial premium, and it's going to run you probably about $300 to $360 per month, 9 months out of the year. Okay, and paying your monthly insurance premium. So it's expensive becoming a broker. Very expensive. I asked the question before: are there anybody here who are brokers, who are broker agents? We had one person said that they were a broker agent. I'm just checking to make sure that we don't have anybody waiting to join the meeting. All right. All right, so it's expensive becoming a broker. Now, after you paid all those expenses, there's still some other stuff you're gonna need when you're a broker, okay? You're going to need to have all your documents and contracts, your agreement forms, and things of that nature. You're gonna have all those things in place, okay? So one of the things you're gonna need as a broker is a shipper broker agreement, okay? And you're gonna need an onboarding. You're gonna have to have some type of onboarding protocols and procedures in place. You're also gonna need a carrier broker agreement, like a carrier package, okay? You're also gonna need that. Now, one of the things that I like to do, what we did when we were brokers, we just created an onboarding website, as y'all can see here. And can everybody see this website? Y'all hear me tonight? Y'all just not talking. I've got some people on here. I know y'all are on here. So, but y'all gotta talk.
That's it.
All right, great.
I see you some of the little thing right there say RBBS Transport LLC.
That's it. This is what we were
Little
using.
thing on top?
I'm sorry?
It's the little square on top?
Yeah, it's got the little
Okay.
the emblem up there, our logo.
You can't make
that? Yeah, that was our logo. Okay. Now, when we were brokers, instead of just having a package, we actually had a onboarding website, which made it real simple. If you reached out to a shipper and the shipper wanted to know more about you, just give them the website. But the shipper go to our website and you can actually complete the onboarding process right online, right on our website. If you like what you see, you want to sign up with us, whatever the case may be, and then the shipper would look at it and the shipper say, okay, I like that. I like what y'all got going on. Now, everything that the shipper is gonna pretty much ask for is in this website. So this just giving y'all an idea of how you can set yours up, and it's also showing you what you're gonna need to actually be a broker. What type of onboarding package you're gonna have. You notice our website, it was set up, it had down here shipper onboarding package, a contact us page, the about us, our Twitter page, our videos, and our Facebook page. Okay. Now, if a shipper, you also have the same thing up here. Why RBBS LLC, contact page, shipper onboarding packet, and our videos. Now, a shipper could actually click here and pull up our packet. When you click it, notice what happens. It is going to take you to an area of where our packet is. So here's the things you're gonna need. You're gonna need a shipper sign-up packet. You're gonna need a broker letter of authority. You're gonna have to have your letter of authority. You're gonna need your certificate of liability insurance. You're also gonna need a form BMC 85. And you're going to need your SAC code assignment and your form W-9. Okay, this is basically your onboarding. This is your packet. This is your onboarding packet. These are all the things that the shipper are gonna need to see. And we also had it over here in a PDF. We just click that, it pulled up the whole thing all together. You can pull these up separately. As you can see here, You can pull them up separately. You can pull up the shipper sign up packet. You know, in a Word file. When you click that, it pops it right up. You open it up, and the shipper can look at it, and they can actually use that packet to sign up. When it pops up, it's going to show you here. As soon as it loads up, it takes a minute for it to load up. There it is.
While that's waiting to load up, what exactly is a SAC number?
A SAC number, it's like a SAC code. I think it was RBBT. It goes on the side of when you are shipping, when you pay ownership of freight, and when that freight gets assigned to your brokerage firm, right? You know, when you go through the DOT inspection reports, and they scan that trailer, and
right.
it has that shipment number on it.
Yeah.
It's gonna pull up your SAC code. It's basically gonna let them know who owns that freight, who's in charge of that load, who's, you know, basically who's
okay. But do I already have the SAC number?
No,
because I got my authority.
Yeah, you got it. You actually got to apply for it. Okay, you got to go and get your. You got to who's your insurance with? Check with your insurance company.
JWS.
Right.
JWS.
Check with your insurance company. A good insurance company should be able to pull up the SAC number and give it to you. You were assigned one when you got your authority.
Okay.
Okay. But the insurance company can pull it up for you if you haven't pulled it up. But just Google, you know, what is my SAC number? Okay.
I could Google what is my SAC number.
Yeah, Google what is your SAC number. It'll take you to the place where you can go and that's what Google is, man. Y'all ain't figured that out yet.
Google got everything.
Yeah.
I'd be amazed what Google got for real.
You can literally Google what is my SAC number. And then
Google knows too much.
Then it would direct you to the website where you can go and look up your SAC number. Okay?
All right.
Hold on here. I got people waiting.
Just contact my insurance company. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I don't have no problem doing that. I mean, I'll contact my insurance company. Like I said, I think it's with I think the company is JWS.
Okay.
I forgot.
Yeah, just contact your insurance company. And they should be
I got all the forms. I got all the forms for my insurance and stuff. I got the forms for my authority and all that already.
Okay, great. All right, let's get through this. So we got a lot of information to cover. Okay, so let's get through this. All right, as you all can see here, this is what your onboarding packet looks like. You know, we got a nice little, you know, I mean, you don't have to have it looking just like this, but it would be nice to have your logo and stuff up there. All right, shipper's onboarding packet. You're gonna have first of all, why should you partner with RBBS, or why should the shipper partner with your company? You're gonna have some. This is basically just a sales pitch. That's all that is. It's telling the shipper who you are and what you have to offer them without you actually pitching it to them yourself. That's why we built the website. So we can send out our link to a bunch of shippers, and the ones that were ready to sign on with us, they just came on, look at what we had, and they just signed up with us. Made the process real simple. You know what I'm saying? Now, there were some that contacted us and wanted to have an interview, because you're gonna have those that are gonna want to have a real live interview with you. They're gonna want to talk to you. They're gonna want to ask you some questions about certain things and see if you're a right fit for them. But there are some that will just look at your information, your packet, right, and say, oh, okay, let's sign up with those guys. And if you got your packet put together right, you can actually sign up quite a few shippers without even really having to really speak to them with any length of time as far as trying to sell them, because your packet actually sold them for you. As you see here, why should you partner with RBBS Transport LLC? RBBS Transport LLC utilizes the most advanced technology in the industry to service our customers. We've integrated the CNTMS transportation management system and logistics software in all 25 of our branches strategically positioned throughout the United States to adequately service all major shipping lanes. Now, when we were brokers, we set up our company to where we had branches. When we brought in our quote-unquote broker agents, they were not classified as broker agents. They were classified as branches. Why? Because it was all over the country. Different people all over the country was working remotely from the home under our what? Authority, right? They were our broker agents. So we didn't classify them as broker agents. We classified each person that came in as an RBBS branch. Why would you want to do something like that? Because doesn't that make your company more attractive to a shipper? If the shipper is looking at, oh, they got 25 branches strategically located throughout the United States, which means, guess what? No matter where their shipments are going, there's a branch probably that's close by that can do what? Monitor, take control, and service them. You see how that becomes more appealing, especially to some of the bigger shippers. Okay, so all major shipping lanes. We can manage every aspect of our logistics and distribution operation with the same transportation management system TMS technology used by the world's largest companies. Carrier verification, fraud check. Never load a bad carrier or a bad driver again. Each of our branch locations can instantly conduct full carrier verification, carrier qualification, and fraud detection. We conduct real-time fraud detection and carrier qualification every time we match carriers or drivers to one of your loads. Driver track and trace via cell phone GPS. GPS load tracking. Yes, we have that. And it is built right into every branch's system. We can pinpoint the exact location of the driver by just using their cell phone's GPS. Tracker feature sends them a special text message, and we simply grab the location and the status of the load for you. Drivers can also respond from their phone with the real-time status of the load with one press. No apps needed, just our special text messages. We can also use this feature to send any other instructions to the driver via standard text message. Automatic route review and load optimization. With automated route review ARR, you won't have to worry if our stops are ordered in the most efficient manner. RBBS Transport does that for you every load, every time. ARR checks the original route to make sure that the miles have been optimized. If there is a shorter, more efficient route, ARR will let us know. Even if you reorder or add stops on the fly, we can then choose between the original route and the more efficient ARR route. This is just one of the many great tools we utilize to make sure that your loads are routed efficiently, saving you miles, thus saving you money. Our freight agency branch owners are trained and committed to placing the needs and concerns of the customers they service above all else. Our focus is to provide quality service with the highest levels of customer satisfaction. We look forward to building a business relationship and providing seamless door-to-door transportation solutions for your business. Now, you all can adopt that. You all can, pretty much download this and you can adopt it and, switch out our name for your name, because all you need to provide all this, I'm gonna let y'all, I'm in a secret, is a CNTMS. So you got a CNTMS. All this stuff right here is included in the TMS package. Okay, it's like $49 a month. Very simple. Okay, and I'll show y'all how that TMS system works here shortly. Okay, you're also gonna need an area down here that gives all of your credentials, your certificates, all of your certs, and everything you have that shows that you are a fully bonded, insured authority holder broker. Okay. And this area will be right here in the RBBS LLC new customer setup packet. Thank you for choosing RBBS Transport LLC. RBBS Transport LLC was formed and registered in a Florida as a Florida limited liability company, and it gives the date on the date that was formed and registered 4/21/2016 with 25 branch locations throughout the U.S. RBBS Transport currently operates as a facilitator of freight movement for our customers throughout North America. It's our mailing address, the physical address, our permit, and the MC number, the federal ID number, the SAC code, which was RBBT, property, our banking reference, which was through Bank of America, our property broker surety bond, there's the number right there, and the amount, $75,000, and the insurance, $300,000 contingent cargo policy, and $1 million liability. Remember we told y'all about that 1.2 to 1, we carried $1.3 million of insurance. Okay. All right. And auto haulers included, because that's separate. In case y'all didn't know that. Okay. You gotta have a policy that says auto haulers included. It's a little bit more expensive policy, but if you're gonna do auto haul freight, you gotta have that in there. Okay. In keeping with our pledge to create the largest network of independent business owners in the freight brokerage industry, RBBS Transport LLC has awarded 25 agents with branch ownership. Our freight agency branch owners are trained and committed. And that goes back to the same thing we talked about, building relationships and all that good stuff. There's our phone numbers and things down there. Go down a little bit further. You've got how they can sign on. They can either sign on by making just a phone call. Signing up to do business with RBBS Transport is both simple and fast. Now, you want to make this process as simple and as fast as possible. Okay. I personally don't like sending a whole bunch of stuff back and forth. Here, sign this, read this, sign. I would prefer you just call the toll-free number, speak to one of our reps, and they just get you signed up. We had that with, we had a small call center, or we use interns. They will take the phone calls and they will just complete the process. They ask them a couple questions to complete your new customer onboarding registration by phone, something called that number right there with one of those extensions. Utilizing this option, RBBS LLC can have you set up and ready to book your first load within minutes. Okay. Or proceed with the enclosed new customer onboarding packet. Now, this is the actual packet itself. When you get down into it, customer onboarding, you gotta have a checklist. Okay, broker shippers agreement. You gotta have you gotta have your LLC application and credit agreement. You also gotta have a profile with required contact information for your customer. Secretary of State filing documentation, all agreements and applications returned via email or fax. Okay, you got to have a new customer profile form filled out. This is your new customer profile form: the company name, the SAC code, the physical address, billing address. All this stuff has got to be in there. Equipment required, special load requirements, pickup numbers required, on-site parking, standard load, unload time, updates required en route, drivers requirements, and appointments required. This is all stuff that the shipper is going to give you based on what they require. They're going to put it all right here. Okay, this is basically just their profile of how they want the loads picked up, what the drivers need to do when they get there, what they need to do with all that good stuff. Okay. Contacts. You gotta have their contacts. Who's in charge of what? Primary phone number, accessory approvals, accounting contact, after hours name, in case you need to contact somebody after hours about something that happened with the shipment. IT name, other name, and put stuff down there for other people that they want to add, and notes. Okay, application and credit agreement. Because you gotta have that application and credit agreement. You gotta fill this out. So you have to fill this out, all this information. Let's ask them, so we can do what? Run a credit check on who? The shipper. Because you got some ships out there that's notorious for what? not paying people, right? And you don't want to do business with none of them bad boys. You know, ran 50, 40 loads, and they're supposed to be paying you in 60 days, and you ain't got the first check. That's bad business. Okay, that's bad business. So you want to check these guys out before you do that. I would advise everyone to run a credit check on your shipper. It's just a matter of just going through the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Association website, and you can put their name in there, and it'll pull them up. They'll tell you all about them. You can actually just go and put in their credential numbers, their number, and Google pull them up. It's I tell you, Google is a monster. It really is. All right. So you can pretty much find anything you need to find out about them, or you can run them through an actual official credit check. I wouldn't spend the money. Run it through the Federal Motor Carrier Association website. That's free. Google, free. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Safer Web, free.
My factoring company does it.
I'm sorry?
My factoring company.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of places you can run a background check on shippers. Okay. There's a whole bunch of that. Safer Web. You can do it on Safer Web. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. In submitting this application, customer agrees to the following. Make sure you all have this statement in here. To pay all undisputed charges billed by RBBS or by your company. You put your company name in there, of course. Hereinafter, call, whatever your company's call name is. Ours was just simply RBBS. So that payment in full is received by RBBS within 30 days of the invoice date. Now, we set hours for 30 days. Regular shipper can take up to 120 days to pay. Okay, we didn't want that, so we set what we required. It was 30 days. They couldn't pay us within 30. If they didn't have a factoring company and they couldn't pay us within 30 days, we weren't doing business with them. Point blank, period. Okay. Now, we did have a factoring company, and that kind of cut through a lot of the red tape and stuff. But see, here's what happens. I don't like dealing with shippers that take that long to pay. Because if it takes that long to pay, that leaves more opportunities for them to do what? Screw you over, right?
Yeah.
That's just, it's just common sense. So I always try to get shippers to agree to pay in 30 days. And if I got that in writing, that means I can hold their feet to the fire, even if there's no factory, right? RBBS may, at its discretion, suspend the customer's credit, and either party may cancel this credit agreement at any time for any reason. Upon notice to the other party, notice may be written, electronic, or oral, if confirmed in writing or electronically at the place of business noted herein. A customer represents that the information submitted, the attached financial form, by it is accurate, and upon periodic request, okay, we'll update such information and provide additional information and or financial statements as RBBS may reasonably request. All financial statements are strictly confidential. Failure to make timely payments to RBBS or its subsidiaries may result in the cancellation of any credit extended and the application or finance charges. All this other stuff you can read. You're gonna have your signature paid down here with the and customer, us, you all. If you got your name right there, customers over there, sign, put the title there and everything's there. Then down here, you got to have your brokerage shippers transportation agreement clause. Okay, this agreement by and between the two parties, you're gonna have that in there. The broker having offices at, that's us, shipper, all that stuff right there. Wherein as broker is licensed, you gotta have all this. You gotta have all this stuff in there. And this is all the legal jargon that you're gonna have in your shipper broker agreement in the onboarding package. Okay, you have to have a service clause, service broker clause, receipts and bills of landing clause. You're gonna have to have a if requested by shipper clause, have a claims clause. There's a lot of stuff you got to have in this thing. All other claims, you got to have a surety bond. Brokers shall maintain bond. Saying that you shall maintain a bond at the amount, right there, furnished and furnish shipper with proof upon request. Hazardous materials, you got to have a hazardous materials clause. You got to have a default clause. You got to have an indemnification clause. You got to have an assignment modification of agreement clause, severability and survivability clause. You got to have an independent contract clause. You got to have a non-waiver clause. You got to have a notices clause, and then you're gonna have down here all the little signatures and addresses and phone numbers and all that stuff. You have a force majory clause, choice of law and venue clause, arbitration clause, confidentiality clause, and your entire agreement summed up. Okay, witness hereof, signed, blah, 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 blah. Y'all see how that works? You gotta have all that stuff. Now, you all can go and download this. You all can go download this. Just go to the website. I'm gonna show you what website was that. Hold on. Let's go to the website, which is what you put in ship with RBBS.com. It will pull it up, or if you go to ship RBBS.com, it will pull it up, or if you go ship RBBSLLC.web.com, it will pull it up as, and you'll pull this up also too. Now, that's a lot in it.
Well, hold on. Say that that line again. It's ship RBBS what?
Yeah, you can go to, if you type in ship SHIP with WITHRBBS.com.
Hold up, your mic went out for a second after ship. What was after ship?
Ship with RBBS.
Okay, with.
Yeah, .com. Ship with RBBS.com. Okay, if you type that in, it's gonna pull it up. If you type in ship RBBS LLC.webs.com, it's gonna pull it up. Okay, so any one of those, you put in that variations of any of those, it's gonna pull it up. Okay, and you can go here, you can click on your shipper onboarding packet, it will pull it up. Now, if you're gonna create a website, you're also gonna want to create something that says why RBBS. It's gonna have like a sales page. Here again, it's got all your credentials in it. It's kind of laid out right there, and it kind of tells you about automated route review, optimization, drivers, track and trace, all that type of stuff. It's basically just selling your services to the shipper for you. It is a good idea. It is a great strategy to have a website that does the work for you, right? Because a lot of times a shipper would just be browsing the internet and come across your stuff, and instead of them having to call you and get in touch with you, they can just look at the website and say, oh, I like this company. Got the contact page, they got the shipper onboarding page, they got the videos, they can go to watch some videos, about the company, all that type of stuff. Okay. Now on here,
you can actually use this website while we working with you.
Well, no, you can't use this website because you're not working for me. You gotta work for us.
We gotta have our own website.
Exactly. I'm showing you all this to give y'all some ideas of how to set up your own website, how to set up your own brokerage firm. Okay.
So when we get that, do we get you to approve to make sure that it's in compliance like yours is?
We don't have the authority nor what's going to do compliance. Okay.
But we just copycat.
Exactly. Look, if you now you got to get this stuff. You can't just copy and say you got it. You got to get.
Understand? You got to have like your freight broker bond and all that.
Yeah, you got to have all that stuff on your own. So you can't just copy this and say, "Oh yeah, we got this stuff." No, you got to actually get this stuff, because when you go through here, you got to be able to pull this stuff up. Like here, like when you click on this, and if they actually want to see our letter of authority, I'll click on it, and there it is. That's what you
Would
get.
you be willing to look at it and give us advice on it as we go? No.
We got 4,000 plus students. about 1,600 of you all are brokers. Okay, can you imagine me trying to give advice on all of you all trying to send over your stuff? That's just not. It's just not feasible. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. That's not feasible. Okay. Some of this stuff y'all are gonna have to do on your own. That's why it's laid out here. Okay. If you lay it out the way it's laid out here, it will be right. Okay, because that's why I'm showing you all this. I'm giving you all an example of how it needs to be done. All you got to do is make sure you get what you need, and then you have all this within your package. You can actually copy and paste word for word how we have it worded, but everywhere you see RBBS and has our numbers and credentials, you got to switch, you got to put your stuff in there. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so you can actually word it the same, but when it comes to the actual credentials, like this right here, this is something that you got to get from where? U.S. Department of Transportation. Okay, and then you just have it where it can be pulled up or sent off to what? The shippers when you need to send it off to them. Okay, if you, like I said, you go in here and you're looking for certificate of liability insurance, and you click that, it pulls it right up. Okay, pulls up who our certificate of insurance was with, whole 9 yards. So you want to have this stuff to where it can be easily accessible. And I'm just showing y'all how we did it to make it easier for the shipper to go in and view what we had. And if they want to sign up, because they had everything they needed to know to sign up with us. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, a shipper will see this stuff and they say, oh, these people got their stuff together. You see, there's Mr. Jones, there's me, the owners of the company, there's our seal, bam. A lot of times shippers, when they see this stuff, oh, they together, let's go ahead and get on with them. You see what I'm saying? And then,
so that BMC 85, right?
Yeah, this is the BMC 85, form BMC 85.
That's established as well. If you already got your authority and your insurance and stuff, that's already done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's all part of your authority.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, this is all part of your authority. Okay. Now, but just make sure you have copies of it where they can pull it up, or where you can send it to them. I prefer to have it where they can just go pull it up. So shippers say, well, can you send us your package? I can do you one better. Here's a website. You go right there, you can download it, you can do everything. Print copies of it, whole 9 yards. See what I'm saying? Very simple. All right. Same thing here. Our SAT code. You pull that up. There it is, right there. By the way, that's where the company you contact to get your SAT code. Just go to Google and put in NMFTA, National Motor Freight Traffic Association Incorporated. Okay, and they're the ones that assign you a SAT code. Okay, it's gonna have your and your SAT code is just gonna be 4 or 5 letters. It's usually just a 4-letter code. It's a standard carrier alpha code. Basically what it stands for. Okay, that's what it stands for. Standard carrier.
Okay.
And they call it
what
SAT.
do they require in order for you to get that SCAT code? What is required?
You gotta have your authority. You gotta have your insurance. You gotta have your bond. You get all that stuff. If you got all that stuff, then you can get your SAT code. If you don't have that, you're not gonna get your SAT code. Okay, you gotta have all your other requirements in place to get your SAT code. This is basically how DOT tracks your loads when you go through. You got that little bar that's on every shipment. Y'all see it? You go on these things and it pops up. It pulls up on their screen. RBBS Transport. It tells them who owns that freight. Because as a broker, you are literally taking what? Ownership of the freight, right?
It's going to get to the destination.
Exactly. Okay. And if your SAT code is not valid, they're going to pull that bad boy in and park it. Right? This just makes it very simple for them to track your freight movement. Makes it very easy. Because when it goes to the system, when it runs underneath those barcodes, it pulls it right up. It gives them all this information you see here. This is what pulls up on their screen. You know, tells them who we are, MC number, DOT number, address, all that stuff pulls right up. Okay. Hold on here. And of course, the other thing we had was our form W-9. And that pulled up right there. It's our form W-9, which pulls right up. Okay. But when y'all go to this website, it shows you all the things you gotta have. Okay. All right. And then we have it over here where the shipper can just pull up the entire packet and download it. By clicking that, they can pull up the entire packet, download it, and they got the entire packet. Right? And they can go ahead and get set up. All right. The great thing about doing it this way, this took care of half your process of starting to get them to send you loads. Now, once you got all this stuff and you got this over to a shipper, let's say you talk to a shipper, whatever it may be, and you got this over to them, because before you even start really negotiating freight, they're gonna want to see this stuff. Okay? This is really your first step. Before you can't just call up and say, hey, let's talk about your freight there. See what you got. First of all, they're not gonna want to discuss what they can do on freight if you're not qualified, right? So before you start talking about what price freight is, what you can do for them, how you can move their low-paying freight, and all this other stuff, this and that, you got to prove that you are what? Qualified and legit and legal, right? That's the purpose of all this right here. So it would be a good idea to go ahead and create you a website that has all this in it. And don't make it too complicated. Like, this is a very simplistic website, but it's very informative. It has everything that a shipper is gonna want to know. And you notice the title of the website says what? New Shippers Onboarding Site. So if a shipper was just browsing, right, this would pop up in the Google search if they're looking for what? Brokers to sign on with, right? So this would pop up in the Google search. Oh, let's check this guys out. And they come here, they see the site. It's nice, it's clean, it doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff in it. It's just right to the point. You know, if they want to talk to someone, they can click right here. You know, send us an email, call us up, whatever the case may be. Okay. Then over here we had, you know, videos and stuff. You know, they kind of told you about who we are and things like that. Catch the excitement. We value our owner operators. Owner operators, you deserve more. I don't know why this page is not pulling it up, but normally you can just click on these and you'll be able to watch those videos. Okay, but this is an old site because we're no longer brokers. We are no longer brokers. We don't broker freight anymore. We are a dispatch firm now. Well, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center does not book freight, period. We simply provide you all with all the tools, resources, a network, ongoing training, you know, all the documents, contracts, you know, form, everything you all need to book freight, okay, and build your own book of business and earn your own money. That's why you keep 100% of everything you earn, because you all don't work for us, okay?
So while we're working as a dispatcher, the shippers that we make contact with and the drivers that we contact, are we going to be able to use those shippers and those drivers?
Not these forms. If you're a dispatcher, you won't be using it of these forms. Because remember, this is broker training for tonight. All right, you won't be using any of these. None of these will apply to dispatching. Okay, dispatching, that's something different. Okay, as a broker, you're going to be dealing more with what? Shippers, right? And the only real contact you're going to have with a owner operator as a broker is when you do your work. When they do your work, your broker packet. You know, when they fill out and sign, you know, your broker packet, right? Which I'm going to show.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to show you all that too. Because as a broker, you get paid. Your money comes from the spread on the shippers, right? That's where you get your money from. You don't get paid by the carrier. You don't get your money from the carrier. You get your money from the shipper, all right? As a dispatcher, you get your money from the owner operator. You don't get money from the broker. You don't get money from the shipper. You get money from the owner operator. The broker, the shipper gets their cut. The broker gets their cut from the shipper. The owner operator gets paid by what? The broker's factoring company. 99.9% of the time, he's paid by what? The factoring company, right? And then you have to invoice your owner operator that you have on the contract so that they can pay you if you are a dispatcher. Now, if you are a broker, all you got to do is find an owner operator or a dispatcher or whatever it is, supply you with a carrier to run the freight. You then receive your BOL back from them. After you send them your rate confirmation sheets, all that type of stuff. You're gonna receive your BOL back from them. You're gonna take that BOL, the rate confirmation sheet, all that stuff. You're gonna forward it up to where? Your factoring company. Factoring company is gonna cut a check for you and the carrier.
Okay. And he's gonna take a percentage out for himself.
Of course, he's gonna wait for his money to come from the shipper.
Okay.
Because you don't want to wait. Because you don't want to wait for your money.
Right.
The factory company is gonna wait that 90 to 120 days to get the money from the shipper.
Okay. Now, can we work both sides? Can we work as a broker?
What? A broker and a dispatcher?
Right. Is that done?
No, that's illegal, man. He can't be a broker and a dispatcher. No,
Right.
How are you gonna get paid? So you can't double dip. Okay, I mean, because you're getting money on the what? On the margin, and then you're gonna charge what? The carrier too? No, that's
but not the same carrier. Not the same. I'm saying that if I want to work one day as a shipper, I mean as a
oh yeah, you can do that. You can do that, but in doing that, you cannot cross connect your companies. It has to be a completely different name.
Totally separate client.
It has to be not just client. It has to be a total separate legal entity. You got to have a different.
Hey, Charlie, when you get up and running, I'll dispatch for you. You don't have to worry about that.
Right? Hey, I'll accept that. I'll accept it.
But
I'm almost ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm almost ready to go too.
Right. Now, for those of you who are considering that, remember, you have to have two totally separate companies. The name can't be similar. You got to have a completely different LLC, a different EIN number, whole 9 yards. Okay? And you can never cross the two. You can never broker a load and dispatch that same load from those two companies. You understand what I'm saying? If you are brokering a load, just broker the load. You can't go out and say, well, I'm going to supply that load with the carrier and dispatch it. No, you can't do that.
No. Well, what really I asked, because I have a couple they got 2 trucks. Those are the 26-foot straight frame trucks, and they want to run Amazon freight, and they don't want to go too far. They want to go to, like, I'm in Louisiana. They want to go to like Alabama.
Okay.
And I could work for them as a dispatcher, and then my other clients, my other shippers, and my other truck drivers.
Hold up now, you can never book them on freight that you own.
Okay.
Can't do that.
So that way, I can't get a contract with Amazon if I'm running Amazon freight with as a
no, because you're getting paid by Amazon, right?
Right.
On the broker side, right?
On the Amazon side, I'd be getting paid by the trucker because it's.
Well, no. If you are a broker, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that because you're a broker, you can go out and you can secure Amazon freight, right?
Well, when I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to secure the Amazon freight. I'm going to work directly with the truck driver and getting freight for him from Amazon as a dispatcher.
All right. How did you form your relationship with Amazon?
If I do form my relationship, I have to work as a broker. If I form a relationship.
All right, listen to me. If you form a relationship with Amazon and you work as a broker, right? As a broker, you are not going to be paying the the owner operator 100% of what Amazon load is worth, because you're gonna get a margin from it. If the load that Amazon is offering is paying $5 per mile, right? But you have a broker carrier agreement that says that you are paying the carriers 80% and you're keeping 20%, and you're making 20% off that load as a broker. But if you're trying to dispatch that carrier and you're gonna send that carrier an invoice after they drop the load, right? And get your 6%, 10% or whatever it may be, then you want double dip. That's illegal.
Yeah, that would be illegal there.
You understand what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
illegal. You can't do that. Okay, that would be illegal. You can't do that. That's what I said.
The reason I was just going to dispatch, because Amazon wants $2 million worth of insurance.
I understand that, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Avoid the complication, because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. Trust me on that. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble, because you don't want to fudge that line. Okay, so to avoid that, do like the young lady said. If you got some Amazon freight, you go to her and have her to supply the carrier, and let her dispatch on that freight. She gets paid by the carrier, you get paid by Amazon. Plain and simple. Or if you do have Amazon freight, don't try to dispatch any of your trucks on that Amazon freight. Go to an outside dispatcher and get them to supply you trucks. Okay? Put your truck on something totally different. If you are a dispatcher, you got trucks. Don't do that. Okay? Now, can a broker work with a owner operator? Yes, because you sign a broker carrier agreement. If a broker signs a carrier agreement with an owner operator, then the owner operator is already cleared and set up to move freight for that broker. But that broker can never charge that owner operator any type of fee. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, yeah, I got it.
The broker is getting his money from the spread on the load. If he's paying that owner operator 90%, the owner operator has to get his 90% and the broker keeps 10%. If he's paying that owner operator 73 and the 3rd%, owner operator gets his 73 and the 3rd%, and the broker keeps what, 27%, whatever it can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So let's make sure y'all understand that. Okay, because I don't want y'all saying, well, Calvin told me I could broker and dispatch and use my own, carriers. And no, I didn't tell you that. I did not tell you that. All right, let's continue on. All right, so this is how you probably want to set up your delivery system in getting your information over to the shippers and out there for the shippers. So this makes it a lot easier to transmit and for them to find you and view your information without you having to call the shipper up and start talking with the shipper. The shipper, okay, well, shoot me over your packet and all this other stuff. You got to shoot all this over to them, want to review, and they can start talking to you about what they can do for you or what you can do for them. Now, another thing, well, before we get into that, let's talk about how do you get shippers to start sending you loads? Because a lot of you are under the impression that you're going to be calling up shippers and you're going to be negotiating with a whole bunch of shippers on how much money that they're going to give you the loads for. Okay? That dog ain't going to hunt like that. That's what they tell you in the books, and that's what they tell you, and all these other freight broker training things, this and that. But when in actuality, it don't hunt like that. Because in actuality, the shipper is in control. I'm just being honest with you. They got all the freight, right? And if a shipper tells you, I've got $1 billion worth of freight, or I've got $500 million worth of freight, or I've got $5 million worth of freight that's got to be moved every single week, or if I've got $100, I got 100 loads that's got to be moved every day, or I got 10,000, whatever the case may be, the shipper owns that freight, right? And I don't care what type of negotiation skills you have, if a shipper tells you that here's what we got 40% of the freight that we have, it pays an average of $5 to $8 per mile. Okay? or 20% of the freight we have pays $5 to $8 per mile. So somewhere in that range, it's going to be $5 to $8 now. That's what it is. When they send it over to you, if it has $5 a mile on it, if it has $6 a mile on it, if it has $8 a mile, that's what it is. They're not gonna sit there and entertain you. Well, no. You take this $5 to $8. Whatever we send it over to you as, when we see that shipper's list, this is what it is, and then you can keep whatever portion that you want to keep and give the carrier what it is you're set up to give them. So if your carrier broker packet states that you pay 73 1/3%, all the loads that are paying $5 to what? $8 per mile, you're gonna keep what? 27 point whatever it is percent, and you're gonna pay that carrier what? It's 73 1/3%. Right? When they send you their load list and the other, if they got 20% that's paying that, they say they got another 40% that's paying between what? $2 and $4 per mile. Guess what? Same thing. You're gonna keep whatever it is you're gonna keep out of it. You're gonna pay your carrier whatever it is you have designated in your what? In your profile, right? If they send you a whole bunch of loads that's less than what? $2 per mile, the $1.50 a mile, $1.25 a mile. See the other, what's that? What was that? 20, 40. So you got what? Almost left. You got 40% left, right? 20 and 40 is 60. Yeah, you got 40%. So let's say the other 40% of that 1,000 loads, 400 loads, out of that 40%, 1,000, 200 loads, whatever it is, and it's less than what? $1.50. It's $1.25, $1 whatever case may be, right? And if you told that shipper that you can move about 20% of those loads, that's what you gotta do. What you gotta do to move those loads, which means if the load says $1.50 and you gotta add 50% to it and lose 50% on that load, make $2, then so be it. Why? Because you need to move 20% of that low-paying freight, right, along with the medium freight and the high-end freight in order to keep the contract good with that shipper, right? Is everybody following? Yeah. That's the reality, okay? So all this stuff y'all hear, whoever it is that's telling you all, well, you can go in there, you can negotiate with them and this, you're at the mercy of the shipper. I'm just being honest with you. If the shipper wants you, if the shipper says, no, I'm not negotiating, that's what it is. What you gonna do?
So now, on your TMS system, it's going to give you a rate, right?
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to go by that rate that's on your TMS system. You just negotiate with that. I actually just accept what make a deal.
What I'm saying. I'm a shipper. Right? I'm a shipper. I got 1,000 loads. Let's say I'm a lumber company. I got 1,000 loads, right? All right, you come to me and you say, what? Start negotiating with me.
If I'm going to negotiate with you, I'm going to ask you, what do you want to pay to move that load?
Well, I'm gonna pay you what the loads are. Here's what we got. We got 1,000 loads that need to be moved every single day. Okay. Out of that 1,000 loads, I've got 200 of those loads, 200 loads that are paying somewhere between $8 and $10 per mile. I've got 400 loads that's paying somewhere between $3 and $6 per mile. And I've got about another 400 loads that's paying less than $2 a mile. That's over between $1.45 and $1.90.
So he's got more of that.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah. Well, I'll take whatever I can haul.
Okay.
I'll negotiate, since I'm a third-party logistics freight broker, I'm trying to help the shipper. Exactly. I'm trying to help him. My job is to help him.
So what's your next move? Because the shipper gonna say, what are you gonna do to help me move my low-end freight? How much my low end freight? How much of my low end freight that's paying less than $2 per mile? How much of that can you commit to moving?
Okay, if you give me some of your high, all you give me of your low end.
I've already told you what I got, so you can have what I got. But you got. But before I start sending you over, I'm gonna send you all 1,000 loads every single day. I'm gonna send them over to you, but you got to tell me how much of the low end. You got to commit to me right now on moving that low end freight. How much of that low end freight can you commit to move? I gotta know that. So that freight is sitting there, it's holding water. I'm losing money on it every single day. Just sits there. So tell me right now what you can do as far as helping to move.
It would all depend on how many carriers I have.
Okay.
I would commit.
Look. Send us your information and we'll call you.
Okay.
Look.
That's done now. If you say
that's how that conversation. Look, that's how that conversation is going to go.
Okay.
All right. In any time you're trying to negotiate with the shipper, the very first thing out of your mouth should and must always be, how are you going to address helping them to move their low end freight?
Right.
You got to have a plan of action, and you got to be able to tell them exactly how you're going to move their low end freight. Mr. Shipper, you got 400 loads that's paying less than. So the first thing I would ask you, instead of asking them how much freight they got, the first thing out of my mouth is, how much low end freight you have, Mr. Shipper, that's paying less than $2 per mile? That you can only afford to pay about $1.50 to $1.75 tops per mile. Well, shoot, that's the brother got about what? 400 loads. Whatever it is, we got 1,000 loads altogether. About 400 of those loads or less than we can only afford to pay top, 165. Okay, great. Here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to commit to moving 20% of that every week. Okay, so you got to move what? Out of 200 loads, 20%, that's what? That's 40 loads a week, right? I'm going to commit to moving, 400 loads. All right, so 20% will be 80 loads a week. I'm going to commit to moving 80 loads per week of your low-end freight. Okay. How you plan on doing that? Easy. I'm going to lose money on it. Simple. I'm going to lose money on it. If it's paying $1.65, I'm going to pay $2.10. If it's paying $1.75, I'm going to pay $2.10, $2.20. So I'm going to lose about 50 to 60 cents per mile on your low-end freight to move it. Now, with that being said, right, how much of the high-end freight do you get? I'm going from the low to the high. How much of the high-end freight do you have that you can let me have? Because if I'm going to lose money to move, a good percentage of your low-end freight, I got to have access to what? Your high-end freight, somewhere I can make money.
Yeah, now, I was under the impression that I needed to know what my capability was to move the load. I would need to know.
Your capability is going to depend on the price, because here's what you're going to do. Look, man, as a broker, you got access to how many carriers? Realistic.
Right now.
You have access to all the carriers.
Exactly.
You gotta find one.
That's what I was asking you.
Yeah, look.
You just get on that truck stop or whatever and look for more drivers.
Exactly. Look, every load posted on load boards is posted there by who? Brokers.
Exactly.
You would be hard pressed to find a load on a load board that's posted there by the direct shipper. So in reality, you got access to what? Oh my God.
Thousands.
And if you got if you got freight broker agents, and if you put it into a network, well, Mr. Chipper, I'm plugged into a network that has more than 4,000 members, more than 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 members on independent dispatch firms that has multiple owner operators under contract. And we all network together to help do what? Move high end, low end, and middle end freight.
Okay.
So basically, what you're saying is you want to get that cheaper freight in addition to that more expensive freight and equal it out to a middle ground.
Exactly. So what you got to do is you're going to lose money on the lower end freight because you got to make it move. Because if
you're looking at a total.
Exactly. Because if you don't move that lower end, you don't move that 20% of that lower end freight, that shipper's not going to continue to work because you just taking advantage of them. You just want to move that high end freight. So you got to give them something and help them to move some of that low end freight. In order to do that, you're going to have to offer more money on it, which means you're going to lose money on it. But if the shipper is giving you access to another 200 loads that's paying between what, $8 and $10 per mile, who can't move $8 and $10 per mile freight? Right?
Anybody will move it.
Exactly.
I'll move it.
I can teach my dog to move. Look, I can teach my dog to move $8 and $10 freight.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. If you got the equipment, you can move anything.
That load is paying That load is paying $8. How much you gonna pay the carrier? Roof. $5? All right, cool. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody can move $5 freight. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna address the low dollar freight because that's what all shippers want to hear. How are you going to move their low dollar freight?
Makes sense.
And really the only way you're really gonna move on, unless you got a huge trucking company where you can dedicate 300, 400, 500, 600,000 trucks to just that shipper alone, which you probably don't have because you're not a TQL, you're not a Landstar. So those guys are what? Basically just brokers that do what? That have truckers signed on to their authority. Right?
Right.
That's all they are. So that's how they move the kind of freight that they move, but they can dedicate that stuff. But us independent guys, you all don't have that. Right? But guess what you all have that everybody else don't have? You're part of a network. You're part of a network of more than 4,000 freight brokers, and independent dispatchers, and owner-operators managers all working together to do what? To move freight.
And because you're trying to build a relationship with that person now.
Exactly.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Exactly. I'm going to lose some money, but I'm going to make money on your higher dollar freight. And then also, how much medium range freight do you have that you can afford to pay $2.50, $4 per mile?
And that's how you're going to convince the drivers. You're going to tell this driver, listen, get this load for $4, for $2, because I got one for $4 on the way back.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Look, it's all sales. It's all give and take. It's all scratch. I scratch your back, you scratch my back. That's basically what it all boils down to. Okay, you gotta be able to communicate with the shipper and let them know what you can do for them to help them out. You ain't helping them out by moving no high dollar freight, right? They really don't need your help to move high dollar freight. What shipper do you know needs any broker's help on to move high dollar freight?
You need that low end freight move.
Exactly. So the very first thing out of your mouth should be, let me show you how I can help you move 20% or 30% of your what? Low dollar freight. Okay? All right. That's how you want to approach a shipper as far as getting them signed up. Now the process is, first of all, you got to send them all your all your certifications and everything, so you can prove that you are what legal. Okay, so they're not gonna start talking to you about their freight and all this stuff until they see you are legal. That's why you want to set up your website to present all that for you. Okay, makes it real simple because if this was your website, you pretty much good to go as far as what a shipper needs, right? You got everything right here. That's what a shipper needs. All you gotta do is just go to our website and check us out. All right, the shipper checks it out, and then the shipper calls you. Hey, I just checked out your website. Okay, I got all your credentials, everything checks out. Let's talk. You see how that process gets smoothed out? Yeah. Okay, you ain't really gotta say much because this does all your talking for you. Okay. And I would advise you all to set up. There's a video that we put out. Matter of fact, just last week, we was talking about how to set up your brokerage firm. You know, instead of having just freight broker agents, you break that up into 2 separate positions. Okay, it's on YouTube, and I haven't put it in the back office site yet. Let's go to YouTube to show you what that is.
What's the title?
Huh? Yeah, it's on YouTube. You go to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and just look for the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. You'll be able to pull it up. I'm on YouTube. I'll give it a minute here. But if you go to YouTube and you look for RBBS Logistics Learning Center. It's called a better freight brokerage firm. That's it right there. Y'all see it? This is it right here. It's called a better freight brokerage firm. Okay, but you can find that one on YouTube right now. Okay, but this basically goes through and shows you how to set up your. It gives you a better way of setting up your freight brokerage firm, other than just the classic binary system. Binary system, you got the freight broker and you got the freight broker agent, right? This system gives you a little bit. If I can find it, place to hold it to kind of show you what it looks like. It gives you the it gives you a it's kind of like a tri system. It's yeah, here we go. It gives you a tri system. So if you notice here, got the wheel a little bit. If you notice here, in the middle, you have you as the freight broker. Okay, you're the freight broker. That's you. You are handling, or the company, you're the broker firm. You're handling all the paperwork, the onboarding, payroll, processing, all that type of stuff. Now you've broken up your what? Your freight broker agent position into 2 separate positions. Now, why would you want to do that? Now, I'm not going to get into this total because you have to go and watch it for yourself. But why would you want to break this position up?
Strategic position. You know, you want to position your company in a wider area where you can accommodate your shippers.
Well,
and you move freight around.
Yeah, but the right and simple answer is you want to put people in categories. You want to put people in a position of what they are best at, right? You don't want someone trying to do all the work. You rather have someone doing all the work, or would you rather have someone doing just what they're good at?
That's what they're good at.
Exactly. So up here, you're gonna have logistics sales executives. Their only job is to do what? Contact shippers and get those shippers under contract. And not only that, you're gonna pay them a lesser percentage of your what? Brokerage fee. So if your brokerage fee is 27%, if you're just in the binary system, right, and you're paying your broker agent 60%, you only keep them 40%, right? Or if you're paying them 70%, you only keep them what? 30%, right? So how would you feel about just paying these people up here just 7.25%? Not even of the broker's fee, but just 7.25% of the broker's fee from each load that's booked. You understand that? Now you probably saying to yourself, well, if I want to pay just 7.25%, I'm getting over it. No, you're not. You're actually gonna make almost 5 times, 10 times more than the person who was working for what? 60%. Why? Because this is residual. All they got to do is just land the account. Once they land the account, if that account has 10,000 loads in it or 1,000 loads in it, right? Unless you're getting every day from that shipper, and if you're getting 7.25% of what? The broker's fee, which is if your broker's fee is 27%, right? Right?
Yes.
If your brokerage fee is 27%, and let's say the average load is $1,500, what's 7.25% of your 27%? So if your 27% of $1,500 is what? Let me show y'all something real quick. All right. So if $1,500 is the average load fee, right? And you're getting 27% as a broker, you're making $405, right? Right? Per load on average, right?
Yep.
As a broker. But let's say this guy up here is guy that landed those shippers that landed the shipper for you, that's supplying you with 1,000 loads per day. Now, let's say you pay him 7.25% of every load that's booked from his account. Because if he went out and got that shipper, that's his account, right? Those 1,000 loads a day, that's his account. Now, he don't have to book freight from those accounts because he's gonna just land the account, and these guys down here are gonna book those loads. Aha! And you're gonna pay him 7.25% of that what? Of each $405 you make. Show you what this is. Now, that 405 or 05 minus 7.25%. That's only $29.36, right? But that account has 1,000 loads per day, right? So if these guys down here, if he's shooting 1,000 loads down here every day, and these guys down here are only booking what? Out of 1,000 loads a day, and if you're paying on average, if you're losing money on something, gaining money on something, you're paying a minimum of $2.25 a mile, right? And on the high end, you're paying what? $5-6 per mile. How much of that? What percentage of that 1,000 loads a day should you be moving? Give y'all an example. We were moving about 33.7% of the loads that we got each day. So in that scenario, right, you got 1,000 loads, and let's say if you was only moving what? 10% of them, right? Each day, right? Let's say you was only moving 10%. So that's $29.36 that out there is making for each load that's being moved. And if you're only moving 10% of 1,000 loads a day, that's what? That's 100 loads per day, right? Right?
Yes.
100 loads times $29 and what? What was that, 37% and 37 cents?
27.
That's $2,937 a day, man. If you're moving 100 loads a day. From just that one account that guy's gonna make off that little Jesus 7.25%. So now you got a sales executive that's making more money than the guys that's getting what? 60 to 7% in the binary system. And you as a broker are keeping more of your own money. Because you're not paying out 50, 60, or 70%. You're only paying out 7.25%. And then down here, when these guys book those loads, you're paying them 50% of the broker's fee. So altogether, you're paying out a total of what? 57.25%. Right?
Yeah, 57.25.
So you're still keeping a good portion of your money. Everybody is making great money because this guy, he only has to do is just land the account. Once he lands the account, he's going to get paid from that account for as long as that account is good. As long as you guys down here are booking loads from that account, he's going to continue to get a check every single week. 7.25% of all the loads that is booked. You see how that works?
Yeah, I see. Now,
So all your people are making 3 times as much as your competitor, and you're retaining about what? 27 to 33% more than your competitors on your own brokerage fee.
So does your factoring company keep track of what they're making?
But in this instance,
As those loads get, yeah.
not really. I mean, the factory company is not really keeping track of. I mean, in this case right here, you can set it up with a factory company, but the factory company pays them. But when we were set up, I just set it up through our Square account, and we added our people onto our Square account, and then we just paid them right from Square payroll. Okay. Now, y'all can go and watch this video. I'm not gonna get all in depth, but we go into the numbers and show you all how it all works out, and you'll see how you as a brokerage firm would make more money. Your people will make more money. Everybody will be a lot happier. Why? Because everybody's not doing all the work. These guys up here are just working with the shippers. These guys down here are just working with what? The owner operators. Plain and simple. And everybody's making residuals. All right.
Makes it easier.
Okay. All right. Any questions on what we've gone over so far? We're gonna stop this right here for right now, and then next Tuesday we'll pick up from where we left off here in part 2 of How to Broker series. Okay. Next Monday it will be what? How to Dispatch series part 5, and it'll be How to Broker series part 2 coming up next Monday. Next Tuesday. Any questions?
I just have one question. So I just joined yesterday with you guys. So I missed the first 3 because that's dispatch 5. I was here for yesterday, dispatch 4.
Yeah. Just go to.
So
it's my birthday.
Hold on. This is why we record everything. I'm gonna have them all loaded up in your back office site, but if you can go to your back office site right now. Hold on here. If you're in your back office, you're gonna go to where? Your video library. Okay.
I saw the library. Are you gonna loop back around at some point?
What do you mean loop back around?
Like, do you do so many and then start over? Like in a month or 2 months?
No, the process is just. There's a lot of steps. So we gotta be going for a while, and plus we're doing brokerage and dispatch. And I really don't need to loop back around. Why? Because if you go and watch that's why we record everything.
Okay.
Everything
I'm planning to watch the recordings on Thursday and Friday when you guys are not broadcasting.
Yeah.
To get caught up.
Exactly. That's why it's all set up the way it is. To where when you get into your back office site, oh, come on now. Time for this.
So then now next Wednesday when we have the questions and answers, I'm going to have 5,000 questions for you.
There you go. That's when you do it. You write down your question and you take advantage of the Q&A. And then on Saturdays, the last hour of the show is normally Q&A. Ask questions. Okay. Right? And if you really need some one-on-one time, what can you do?
Right, the consultation.
That's right. Book a private consultation. But once you go back to your, there are the first 2 right here. There's the first 2 in the series. I haven't loaded up number 3 yet. I'm getting ready to load up number 3. And so number 3, I'm getting ready to load up probably. I get them loaded up before Saturday. So, on Thursdays and Fridays when I take my time to update you all's back office site with all the new videos and stuff we've done for the week and all that type of stuff. So I'll be loading up stuff in there. But you gotta have your series. Like here, this is the How to Dispatch series. I'm gonna be adding another series, gonna be another chain here. It's gonna say How to Broker series. And it's gonna have part 1, part 2, just like you have here, part 3, part 4. And then out here we have the weekly curriculum and training videos. Mostly Q&A. So these are gonna be all your Wednesday Q&As. They're gonna be here.
Okay.
Okay? And then down here, we have your operational training videos. These are all your Saturday shows, the longest. 2 hours, 29 minutes. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Up to 3.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to catch up.
Yeah, and then down here, you have your personal attention services. These are when we have the private consultation and you all agree to let us record, that's what these are.
Okay.
These are some of the private consultations that people have agreed to let us record them. That way you can kind of, you may have some of the same concerns that they have. So I would advise you to go through and watch these private consultations. Okay?
Absolutely.
And you have our brand, just little branding videos, commercial stuff that we do, lifestyle of a logistics entrepreneur, and then you got all the videos here. Okay?
A lot of training.
Good. You like it?
Yeah, I like I'm loving it.
Look,
sure.
Look, I spent about 9 months in a storage unit. I literally moved into a storage unit for about 9 months and developed this platform. That's how I picked up all this weight, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Before I started this, I was in great shape. I was about 230 pounds, ripped. I was good, but I moved into that storage unit, and I wanted to cut my expenses. I moved into a storage unit, a climate control storage unit. It had the office space and a storage. I put my Range Rover in the storage and used the office space and got me a little, space heater and little fan, and it had the AC in there. And I had Wi-Fi and cable, so I put all my office stuff in there, and I popped a nice little pull-up sofa bed, and a little refrigerator and microwave, and that's when I hung out for about 9-10 months.
That sounds like constant work.
Yeah, but that's called dedication. That's commitment. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it takes to be successful. Look, I started my first business from a homeless shelter in 2008, 2009. Okay, so trust me when I tell you that if I can go from that to where I am now, imagine what you all can do with the resources that you all have currently. Okay, because there is no such thing as I can't. It's just a matter of what you're willing to do.
Right. Should be asking how.
Exactly. People used to say to me all the time, look, if you're trying to get from point A to point B, one guy has a car, yeah, he's going to get there quicker, but you can get there on time by doing what? Leaving early and walking, right? Right. You just got to leave early. Yeah. It's not a matter of what you can't do, it's a matter of what you're willing to do. Okay? People told me all the whole time, when I was home, hey, you can't start no business from a homeless shelter. That's wrong, you crazy. I did it. Made enough money to get myself out of the shelter. Okay. Now, if y'all want to watch those times in my life, you can go and pull it up online. You go to YouTube or you go to Google and just Google Diaries of a Homeless Entrepreneur. I'm in Tallahassee. Put my name there, Calvin Butler. I'm homeless entrepreneur. There's about 140 videos on when I first started homeless to practically where I am now.
Sounds inspirational. But
okay.
What did you do before that? What gave you the idea to move freight?
One of the first businesses that I started when I was in the homeless shelter, the first business I started was an automotive parts brokerage firm. And I still run that now. It's called P4L, Parts for Less, P4 Price Not People. And then from that, I made enough money in that, and then I got an apartment, and then I started my own tax firm, North Florida Tax Pros, an American Tax Office franchise. You look it up. That's on YouTube too. My daughter was dating this guy, and he was a truck driver. And I was doing his taxes. Okay. The first year I did his taxes, he made about $45,000, $50,000. The next year I did his taxes, he was doing like $180,000, $190,000. Then the next year, the tax lien was the owner operated. He got himself about 2 or 3 trucks, and the dude was making close to $500,000 a year. Well, I started thinking to myself, there's something to this trucking thing. I might want to take a closer look at that. So I kind of looked into it, took a look at the trucking industry, and lo and behold, it's a money maker. And it's on so many levels that it makes money. So I sold my interest in the tax firm to my partners, packed up everything, went out to trucking school. Became a truck driver. Drove trucks for Covenant Transport for about 8 months. Crisscrossed the United States 3 times in 8 months. Only came home once because I wanted to learn how to drive. I wanted to learn about trucking. Okay. When I did come home, that last time I came home, I went to my bank, got a revolving line of business revolving line of credit, $250,000 line of credit. Basically just a business credit card. Went out and bought me a brand new Volvo, $140,000 truck. But because I put it on my business line of credit, my payments were only like $625 per month, not per week, $625 per month. Because if you're gonna finance a business, you don't do it. You don't finance a business like you are financing a Ford F-150, right? You don't go and get these high monthly payments from a leasing company or some of these other truck financing companies. You're paying $900 a week. You can't make no money that way, right?
Yeah, that's tough.
You gotta finance, but because I knew about business, I knew about these things. I went in, got that, bought me a truck. He had about $160,000 left on my card. I would just pay just the interest payment, paying $625 a month. That's why I could run what quote unquote cheap freight. I could run $1.25 a mile freight and still bring home almost $3,000-4,000 a week. Right? So I did that for about a year. And then after that, I decided that I always wanted to be on this side of it, on the brokerage side. So after that, came home, turned my truck over to my homeboy, let him go out and run this and that. I started the brokerage firm, and from there, when we started the brokerage firm, we were trying to implement a training platform to train our freight broker agents. And the guy we had hired to do the training platform, his training platform was worthless in my eyes. And my business partner said, man, I bet you can come up with a better training platform. I said, you know what? I think I can. And that's what happened. And I started my own training platform, and people were coming to me and say, hey, can you train my people? Can you train my people? Can you train my people? And I looked into the training business and the freight broker training and dispatch training and found out it was a huge business by itself. And I set out to develop the perfect training platform.
Okay. Yeah, it's just so much you can do in this field.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at you got the 4 different modes of transportation. You got the road transportation, you got air transportation, by ship, and by rail.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about moving into those areas, but right now I'm working on some other stuff. Like I say, Mr. Khalid Hodge and I, we're working on our own load board. We're working on our own load board that's going to feature, there'll be no loads on the load board that doesn't have rates. So all the loads will have rates on them. There'll be, just one price load board. It won't be a premium package for this and another package is just all $29.99 per month. Very simple. Every load will have the rates on it. It will feature the straight dispatch software will be standard on that load board. Just things like that. I'm also working on a way to end cheap freight in the industry. Period.
Okay. I saw something in your platform. I think it was talking about franchise with this company.
Yeah, we do have a franchise opportunity. Before we get into this, does anybody have any questions about what we went over tonight? Real quick.
Yeah, I got one question. You was talking a minute ago about the insurance, right?
Yeah.
In addition to the $75,000 bond insurance, you got to have liability insurance too?
Yes.
The 300, 150,000, what is it?
It's 300,000, right? And then it's 750 to $1 million on your on your casualty. I think it's casualty. Hold on. I'll show you exactly.
On the freight broker bond.
I'll show you exactly what it is. Onboarding.
BMC 85.
We went for the max. Okay. We just opted for the max amount. Is it? Oh, there it is right there. Contingent cargo liability, 300,000. Freight broker auto liability, okay, 1 million. Because remember, we were doing the auto hauling too.
Is 100,000 the insurance, the auto insurance?
No, that's $1 million.
No, I'm saying they got insurance that are cargo insurance and contingent cargo.
Yeah.
For 100,000 for the freight broker. Is
Yeah,
that enough? Well,
on paper, yes. In reality, you got to look at it from a shipper standpoint. Okay, right? You got to look at it from a shipper standpoint.
More the better.
Right? Exactly. What is going to endear you to the shipper the most?
The security of his freight. And,
exactly. So higher insurance coverage, right?
Right.
Exactly. Now, I admit this is a little bit, it's a little heavy, right? But remember, when I started my brokerage firm, we had our financial backers. We had part law firm, and we had a sports management firm. That's Mr. Michael Jones. You see that they got it, that name down there, Michael Jones. He represented the law firm and sports management firm, our partners. But I went out and pitched them, and I was one investors, and they put up some of money. So we had access to money to be able to do kind of go max out on. Okay, but this got us in the door with a lot of shipping stuff.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Despite the fact that we were a first-year broker. That's what I mean by if you are a first-year broker, you got to have liquid assets. You got 200K in the bank showing that you prepay for loads, which we had. That and a little bit more from our investors. We had maxed out on insurance, $1.3 million of insurance. Okay, so we had a lot of stuff that was paid out. Our bond was paid. We wasn't making a bond payment. It was our investor just paid $75,000. We didn't have so.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I'm one of those believers that if you're gonna go into business, go into business. Okay, that's just my background. So, and I know that that's not something that everybody is gonna be able to do, but stuff like creating a good onboarding website, you can do. And you just want to be able to look impressive to the shippers so that you'll get every advantage you can with the shippers, right? Especially if you're a first-year broker. A shipper don't normally work with first-year brokers.
Nobody wants to work with first-year brokers.
Exactly. They all want you to have 9 to 12 month season.
So
Unless
don't the carriers have that insurance on their truck?
Yeah, they do. But the carrier is not responsible on the shipper's end. The carrier doesn't have the contract with the shipper, you do. You understand?
Right.
The shipper want to make sure that you're covered. Right? Because what if the carrier lapses this payment? Then what? You see what I'm saying? That may not be showing up, but the carrier may not have made this payment in 2 months. Right?
All right.
So the shipper's gonna want to be able to go after you, not the carrier. Because you're the one that assured them that their loads would be safe. Their freight will be safe. Right? So,
I would if I was the shipper. I would, I mean, a lot of freight is expensive freight out there, I know. So they want to make sure that they can recover it.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, back to what I was saying. If you're looking to look at our different packages, we do have a franchise opportunity, and we have different packages. And the franchise opportunity is basically you get to have your own RBBS Logistics Learning Center branch. Basically, just have the exact what we have. You have access to all of this. We'll help you create all this right here, right? Now, the only thing is you're basically is going to be going out and signing up individuals just like we do. You're going to be getting paid just like we do and everything. Because what you're going to get with the franchise opportunity is it is $4,999.95. You get your own RBBS LLC franchise. Now, this is your opportunity to profit from the most sought after, fastest growing subscription-based logistics training and networking platform in the industry. Note the following franchise payouts are based on member referrals and enrollments processed by the franchisee, which would be you. Okay. Basically, what we do is this: we're going to add you to our Square account, and we're going to add you as a franchisee to our Square account, which basically gives you permission to take orders just like we do. But when you take an order, it's going to tell us who took that order. So if you're taking an order, you're going to be out there. You're going to have access to all our recorded videos. So in other words, if you look at YouTube, right? When we load up this video, we will make this video. You have access to our Zoom account where you can go in and you can download this video just like we do. It'll be up for 48 to 72 hours. So 48 to 72 hours after we do a live broadcast, a franchisee can go into their account, right? Because you're going to have access to our Zoom account. You can go in and you can upload these videos that you have access to your own YouTube channel. Why? Because YouTube makes money. Y'all didn't realize that, do you?
Yeah, I know.
You're going to upload this to your YouTube channel. Why? Because YouTube does make money. Okay? When you upload these to your YouTube channel, depending on your subscribership and all that type of stuff, you can go in here and you can basically you make good money on YouTube. We're up to $1,009 a week from our ads in revenue from YouTube. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people are going on, they're looking at all this stuff, and they're looking at our videos and everything, And the advertiser, they attach ads to it, and we get 55% of the ad revenue. Now, if you're able to upload your own videos to your own YouTube channel, why? Because if you upload it and you have ownership of the video, right?
Right.
That's what we're giving you access to, so you can upload the videos and create your own YouTube channel where you can create your own YouTube menu. Now, on top of that, here's what you get. As a franchisee payout, if you get someone to sign up for the $249.95, which is the veterans package, or the individual enrollment package, which is $349.95 plus tax, you get 50% of that, of the enrollment fee. You also get 50% of the monthly subscription fee. If it's veteran, you get half of the $29.95 per month, and you get, if it's the individual enrollment, you get half of the $39.95 plus tax per month. If you enroll someone in the corporate enrollment 1.0, which is $699.95, you get half of that. If you enroll someone in the corporate enrollment 2.0, it's $999.99, you get half of that. Plus, you get half of the monthly subscription. Over here, that was $99.99 per month. This one is $199.99 per month. You get half of that. If you enroll someone in the corporate enrollment unlimited, that's you can enroll an unlimited number of employees. That one is $2,499.95 on your enrollment fee. You get half that. The monthly subscription fee for that is $249.99 per month. You get half that. I'm sorry, $299.99. You get half that. If you sign someone up for, they use subscription. If you sign someone up for the franchise, you get half of the $4,999. Okay. You also get 75% of the private consultation, because we're going to give you the opportunity to become a consultant. So when people go in to book private consultation, your name will be listed there along with myself and some other consultants, and then you put whatever you have in the consultation site what you are expert at. If you're an expert at negotiating with shippers, you're going to put shipper negotiation. If you're an expert at carrier acquisition, you're going to put I'm an expert at getting carriers to sign a dispatch agreement. If you're an expert at showing people how to start their own trucking company, you're going to put that type of stuff. And then you come on, and if you're expert at all that stuff, I have a familiarity with all these things. And then when someone comes on, they want to book a private consultation, they can choose who they want to book a private consultation with. And when you book a private consultation, for our consultation, it is $100 per hour for non-members and $50 per hour for members. Half hour is $25 an hour for members and $50 an hour for half for non-members. And you keep 75% of your consultation fee. That's basically it.
Good deal.
Okay. So basically, you get your own RBBS Logistics Learning Center.
All right.
And you're really just promoting everything that we promote, and you're funneling people right into our excuse me, right into our system, but you get a residual every time they make their monthly payments too.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, are we working under are we working with broker? Are we working with the MC numbers and DOT numbers? Are we working with internet stuff when we do this franchise?
No, you're doing exactly the same thing. If you're a franchisee, you're simply providing access to tools and resources. That's all you're doing. You're basically you're plugging people into our system,
right? But
you're being recorded as the person that set them up, so you're getting paid every time they make a payment.
Yeah, I like that idea.
You get half of whatever they came in, or whatever their enrollment fee is, and you get half of their monthly subscription fees.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're gonna call that. I've got to take my insulin and all that type of stuff. So we're gonna call it. Don't forget, tomorrow night is Q&A. Tomorrow night is Q&A. So jot down your questions. Okay. Whether it's about brokering, whether it's about dispatching, tomorrow night is Q&A. Jot down your questions, and it's going to be from start to finish. You all ask questions, and we help you all find the answers. Okay, simple as that. I know a lot of stuff. I do not know everything, but I know where to find everything. Okay, simple as that. Okay, let's just, that's basically what we do. So, on tomorrow night, make sure you have your questions ready. Y'all come ready to ask questions, and gonna bang it out, and then take a break Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday we'll be back here for the Six Figures Booking Free from Home show, 10:15 a.m. to 1:15. Probably gonna be the last weekend that we are actually in our broadcast studio, because my wife and I are closing on our house tomorrow, and we have an area picked out that we're gonna be broadcasting from there, and later on we'll be building a broadcast studio out back. So,
congratulations.
Thank you. We like it. Nice homes. We got pictures on Facebook and stuff. So, she's happy, so I'm happy. That's what it's all about. All right.
Yeah,
All right, everyone. I appreciate y'all as always. I hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all got a lot out of training. As always, we always strive to make sure that we give y'all a lot of good information. We try to make it fun. We try to make it where it's not boring. We laugh a lot. We do a lot of stuff, but we also try to make sure that you all got a lot out of it. Don't forget to get into your chat groups, talk to each other, help each other out, ask questions. But that's another place you all can go to get answers, because y'all can help each other. Okay, so don't forget about those chat groups. Okay, it's a good source of information. Sometimes I'll be in the chat group, and I'll throw my 2 cents in. But don't forget about those chat groups, especially on Thursdays and Fridays when y'all don't have that nightly contact with myself. So, coming up this Thursday and Friday, get in those chat groups and make sure y'all ask each other questions and be ready to try and help other people find the answers the questions that they have. All right?
Okay.
Y'all have a great night. See y'all back here tomorrow night.
Have a great night. Thank you. Oh, Lordy.